Hello and welcome to Nightmares of Future Past. I'm your game master, Lux Blackheart, and joining us in today's episode is the heroes Dark Tide, Shuro, and Lynx. Join us as they attempt to finish defeating the bug threat that's still in the area and hopefully some more hive to foil any future plans that criminal group has stored. This last we left off, the party was waiting for Shiro to get out of the hospital, which, due to time based shenanigans, he is with the party. Dun dun dun, he's back. Did it not save? Or did it go somewhere? Of course, it did not save. I have to do some background crap while you guys talk and discuss future plans. You guys can speak now.
You sure?
It's
I don't know. What are we doing?
Yeah.
like you weren't listening. I got one giggle. That's funny. Um, does you guys this to do a recap? The party was able to successfully save uh Shuro from the webbing,
Right.
which you guys were like, yay.
Right.
He spent some time in the
All
hospital.
right.
He's doing much better now. So, yay. Uh, intimidating perception. But he's back with you guys, and you guys have to decide what your next steps are going to be. Does he still have spiders you have to go defeat?
Yay, spiders.
We do have spiders.
Freaking spiders.
Yeah.
I love how you say that. Yay, spiders.
No, I said we do have spiders. Not yay spiders.
Not
What are you talking
you.
about? Yay.
No, Cheryl.
Oh,
Cheryl was yay spiders.
right. Of course, yay spiders. Why not? You get webbed. It's a fun time.
Almost got eaten by spiders.
Almost is for horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Luckily, I'm not both of them.
uh, does you guys still have to figure out how you're going to disrupt the flies, and you guys were going to try to save the spiders, the ants for last, because they're all in one collective spot. Excuse me. Which will make them super duper tough to do anything against. Because it's a numbers game. Why is that? That doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, that's supposed to be there. Never mind. But oh, that has to be bigger. Yeah. Uh, I'm just refixing a few things. Does the it didn't properly save from last week. No, because as I said, you still have some spiders to go defeat. You haven't figured out how you're
Right.
going to properly deal with the flies. Flies. You're going to try to save the ants for last, and uh, wherever you can find them, there still is technically high forces to defeat, but they're hiding somewhere in the chaos. Of course, it's going to be
Sure, let's do spiders.
Spiders makes a lot of sense.
yes, because spiders can be fun. Unless you fail certain checks and get owned by them.
Yes, do not get owned by the spiders.
Again.
Again. Um. I got that taken care of. That one triggers then. Yeah. Actually, no, because that's supposed to be an 8. Wrong digits, wrong digits. Says something over 5. It's supposed to be 3 there, so haha. But you guys can mobilize and move. Why is that going dark? To the closest spiders.
Okay.
Uh, where you guys can land like you have before on the opening. Who decides to enter in first?
I will,
Okay.
for I am Darktide.
The mighty Dark Tide. Um, you're not caught off guard by the spiders that are protecting the way there, because you technically may not know where they are, but you do know that you're going to be attacked, which means you
Yes,
trigger
I
the
do.
attacks. Um, they don't have a super duper high attack because these spiders aren't still generic spiders. So 3 webs get shot at you. Actually, I want to double check that. This has been yeah. Which means you get 3 dodge attempts, each with a plus 10, so you can roll them separately or at the same time. Just either 3 die 20 with us manually doing it, or roll each one separately with a plus 10.
Uh,
Okay.
I should have rolled it separately.
I meant to roll 3 of them, not 1. Here's the other 2. First one, does 13 becomes a 23. First a 19. Miss a 13. First is first 6. And a 15. You're 15. First there 21 means you need to one at a time. You need to make another dodge check. First the webbing. So roll the first one. Okay, that you are impaired. The first one hits, make you impaired, which means you get -2 on rolls, which means that would be technically 2 lower, but it doesn't actually matter because you beat the DC. So you are only impaired, which is giving you -2 on your checks. Now we go into initiative. Everyone's favorite sword-wielding maniac still has a +6. The Mistress of Blasters has a +2. And everyone's favorite gunslinger has a 9. And these things are still going to have a 1. Haha! These 3 spiders go last. Shiro with a 26, you get to go first.
I'm going to multi-shoot.
I need that bonus. I'm just going to copy, paste.
There's the first shot.
First shot definitely hit.
Second shot.
Second shot definitely hit.
And third shot.
Tie goes to defender. Third shot barely missed. Wait, why am I rolling with a 3? I think I'm using the wrong modifiers for their defense. Nope, it's 3. These things have a they're easy easy hit, but they have, let's see if the first one passes the DC 20. That one gets KO'd. That one doesn't. Manages to shrug off the hit. Dark Tide, do you move up to
Strike one, yes, I do.
Because they're better at
They're making me
melee
upset.
than they are at range. Let's see if this one hit. This one completely dodged you. Cat, you're not gonna mess up stuff. If you want to sit with me,
Yep.
I'll hold you. Do not. I hate you, Cat. Lynx, you can blast at 1.
Sure.
You still have a +8 for their horrible dodging first range attacks, which means you.
Ooh, correct.
That means it's not a 27 it has to contend with. It is a whopping 32. Yeah, 32. It failed by 11 points, which is 3 degrees of failure, but it's technically a minion. So you're. And it's like. Ah! Leaving only 1 left. It is going to move forward. And it's going to attempt to bite at Dark Tide, who has a +10 to his dodge. Dun, dun, dun.
It's on an 8 right now.
Oh, sorry, it is an 8 right now because you're impaired. I would have. I honestly forgot and would have passed straight over that. But thank you for reminding me. Okay, Dark Tide got a 15. I got a 17. You've been bitten.
Yes, I have.
Roll your toughness with the +10.
Okay.
As I pull up the wrong thing to verify things. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. You failed by 2 degrees. You're dazed.
Oh, come on.
Where'd I put that piece of paper? So that's it goes back to the top with Shuro with 1 target left. Do you focus multi-fire on it?
Yes.
Because it sucks against ranged.
Crit.
That's a crit,
Hmm.
and you beat it by 3 degrees, which means that's a +5 to damage for being a crit, and +5 to damage for getting in the 3rd degree of success, which means it's a DC 30 it has to try to beat. It fails by 18, which is 4 degrees of failure. You just unload your mighty revolver into it, obliterating it. No, not technically, it's not dead, but it's still riddled with holes. Ugh. Which means you guys have defeated 3 spiders guarding the entrance. Do you guys move in?
Yes.
With Dark Tide
Yeah,
still
I
leading
would
the way?
expect to do that. Dark Tide might not want to lead the way at the moment.
Yeah, you're
But
trying
yes,
to.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if people want an impaired and bitten and embattled Dark Tide to lead the way, I can do that.
Well, no one's objecting because you may have been bitten and may have some web on you, but you have to remember, last fight, Lynx went pretty far with more webbing on her, and she still get
Yeah,
I'll go.
fabulous.
I'll
yeah.
go first if you.
Yes.
After while going in, you well, not that's a while, but roughly about 100 feet, you guys can easily go where it splits into 3 directions. You can go left, right, or forward. Left, right, or forward. Where do you
Left,
go?
left.
I want to do the left one again
You
because
guys can
left was
easily
the
go to
correct
the left,
answer before.
where you can find after about another 100 feet or so, you can find a big chamber with lots of cocoons in it. There's like, hey, look,
Okay.
just like the other other 2 locations, they're cocooning people to have weird things happen to them. Dun dun dun. Weird stuff.
That's 3 of
Speaking
them.
of speaking of cocoon people, does Cheryl have any difference in appearance or anything?
The only real thing you guys can depict is he has from what you can see of his physique, he looks a little bit more defined.
Okay.
He doesn't
Because
have
I
any
was just
extra
wondering if
eyes
the
or
spider.
no extra hair, no big fangs. Uh,
So Shiro looks okay.
yeah,
Okay.
he just looks more defined.
Okay.
Okay.
Like he's been working out for a couple of months.
Yet he hasn't.
Yet you guys know he hasn't, because he's been with you guys for the uh trying to fix this problem.
That's not
Mhm.
that's not suspicious at all.
Spider enhanced strength.
Uh, but in this chamber, there currently is no spiders trying to attack you, harm you, or do anything suspicious. Do you guys start to fully explore the chamber?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just asking, do we got any cocoons that we need to get rid of?
Well, you can go to the cocoons and start trying to open them.
Yes, I have a sword. We shall open cocoons.
You do note that in the cocoons are people in various different stages of transforming, which opening could possibly cause more harm than good.
Oh, well then we need the just we need then we might want the Justice League to come take up care of them.
That's what you've been doing.
Okay.
Just like the last 2 times.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, search the cavern because
You know,
I mean there
there's
might be
you know that consistently in the other two locations, there's been a total of 5 spiders in the other two locations. You've defeated 3 of the ones here.
Yes.
Yes.
the other two.
Yeah, in the other
Yeah.
two, you defeated 5 spiders, and each you defeated 3 here, so there's 2 left somewhere hiding.
Somewhere hiding, yes.
As you guys are creeping about looking for, excuse me, not so itsy bitsy spiders, uh, can both Lynx and Dark Tide do their dodge attempts? Lynx, you have a 8, and because of the impairment, Dark Tide still has an 8, which I forgot to add the +3. So these ones here aren't very accurate. Both of you managed to dodge the webbing. Just as you guys will keep creeping about the main chamber looking for them, the spiders pretty much popped out of nowhere and tried to get you with their webs. And that went flying. It wasn't supposed to. Dang it, dangadar. This is a different combat. I need all of you to roll your initiatives, which you guys have
More
to.
ones.
This Lynx has a 2, and Shuro has a whopping 9. This is shirtastic. Jun, jun, jun. Shirtastic. Mm, 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 mm. Shirtastic. Okay, let's see where the spiders go. Because you have a slightly better initiative, the spiders are going after Lynx, but Dark Tide is going last. Shuro, there's 2 spiders.
So I start blasting.
You're gonna multi attack and just shoot at one and then shoot at the
Yeah.
other. Oh, it almost dodged it, but failed. You hit both of them. First one,
Yes.
barely survives that hit. Wait, let me double check. Does plus
Nothing
third
for me.
not a crit, not a crit. Oh, they're not crits. I just had to double check. Second one,
Breakers. What happened? They learn to
dice bot,
herd.
please
Oh,
just
crap.
register and tell me what I
What was
got. Mm, 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 mm.
14.
Oh, it says 14 because it
Yeah.
hasn't done the math on my end yet for some weird reason.
hang on.
Uh, tell your mistress to bugger off, Dark Tide. It's our time for you. But sure, does it say 14 on your end?
Yes.
Okay, well, until it decides to sort itself out, we'll go with that, which means it failed, which means there's one left. Which means Lynx gets to shoot at it with her +8. Well, that hit it. And it blah. You guys have successfully defeated these two spiders in round 1. Umero uno. The oneiest ones ever. Which is good and great. Means you guys are able to secure the rest of the hive. And Lynx, if you think if you're trying to figure out why we're not responding, you are on mute. Because it muted yourself again. Because it doesn't want you to speak.
I hate it when my phone does that.
Yeah, it does it all the time. Your phone just does
Now
not
for the
want you to have
sisters.
fun. Um,
Yeah, it's
you
very
guys
annoying.
are able to
But now
come
we call the
in.
sisters like usual.
And the Hall of Justice will send people there as soon as they can. You guys can easily make it to the surface entrance, and I need you guys to make perception checks. Dun dun dun.
5.
Dark has a 10. Lynx has a 10. Shiro has a 13. As you guys get there, you can see rapidly approaching this area seems to be a swarm of really big flies. Rapidly approaching. And you can pretty sure that they are carrying unconscious people.
If we can ambush them
It is
when
time
they
to
get
get in
closer.
of the really big flies. Because I fly.
So you
The
guys
only person that does
attempt
not fly is
to
Zero.
hide to get an ambush on them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Shiro has a 13. Dark has a 10. And Lynx has a 2.
Mm.
Uh,
Come on.
this is going to be funny, even though they don't have the as good perception as you guys. I'm going to manually put this in because it's the entire swarm of flies.
Oh.
Because
Oh,
it's
there's a
all the
crit.
flies, as I said, they've been swarming together. Which means, with their bonus, yeah, all of them are noticing Lynx. We got a
Yeah.
pair of 25s, which means one. Yeah, only one of them. And it definitely sees you guys because it's a total of a 31. Sees
Hmm.
both the other two, which means as they come in on on their approach, you before they get in the opportune striking range, you guys will notice that they all suddenly disperse, implying that
Mm.
you guys been made. None of them are
Almost.
coming towards you anymore, which puts a damper on trying to speed over and thwack them or properly shoot them. And they're not all going in the
Well,
same actual direction, which means following them becomes slightly difficult because they're not going in actual large groups. They're kind of just super dispersing. You don't know which one of you they saw, but you're pretty sure they saw at least one of you, ruining your ambush.
Yep.
Which means you guys had a very lucky chance to do it, but their ability to see has outweighed you. Then, after a short period, several people from the Hall Justice do show up,
Okay.
relieving you guys of this position because they're gonna start trying to take care of this situation. Uh, they also help a certain person remove some of their webbing still on him. Uh,
it's camouflage.
I want to be one with the
Mm.
spider web.
No.
Must be one. Look at my webbing. No, leaving you guys right now with slight choices on going back to base, resting up, uh, and fighting more bugs tomorrow, or tempting to go fight the last spider nest.
Well,
The day is not over.
yeah,
I
let's
say
go.
spider nest and then rest and then flies.
Yeah.
I think we should. The
So you guys fly over to the last spider hive, well, spider nest.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Making
Yes.
it there is relatively
Y'all.
easy, and uh as you're on your approach, you're pretty sure you saw a few flies flying off, indicating that the flies did come here to drop people off. And then as you actually get there, you can find some fresh shoes and a few articles of clothing left around there that look like they were relatively recently dropped there,
Hmm.
implying that there is a fresh batch of people who have been webbed. Dun dun dun. Who goes in first?
The
I
person with
guess.
the sword.
Oh, okay.
Uh, as you guys enter in, you are not immediately attacked.
Oh,
You guys can make it
That's a
100 feet
first.
in and not immediately attacked. You can pick a tunnel left, forward, or right.
left.
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 You go
Yes.
left.
The reason why the reason why we're not being attacked immediately this time is because they're probably all busy with the new batch.
That's a good thought.
You can make it
Yeah.
through the left tunnel and into a big chamber where we see lots of cocoons, and the spiders aren't here,
Oh,
meaning you took the wrong tunnel.
Mm.
But
well, there's still
so
cocoons
you're in
nonetheless.
the left part of the cocooning chamber.
Let's go to the right.
Doesn't take you very long.
Yeah.
Very, very long. And as you get into the right side, with Darktide still in the lead, that's when it happens. As Darktide goes to the opening, web galore gets flung at him. You need to make 5.
Where's Spider-Man when you? Oh, oops.
Hmm.
Wrong universe.
I was
Sorry.
wrong universe.
Mm.
Very wrong universe. So Darktide needs to make 5 dodge checks. You can either do all 5 at once. Well, not 5. All 5 at once, or separately with your plus 10.
I should have done it separately the first time. So
You managed to dodge that one. And these ones appear to be a little bit more accurate than the last ones. Not necessarily because of die rolls, but because they just are. Okay, that's 3 down. Here's number 4.
Oh.
It's
No, you did an at. You did an at instead of an exclamation mark.
I see.
okay. Here's the last one. All 5 miss. Now we get to go to initiative. Just remember, Lynx has a 2, Dark has a 5, and Shuro has a 9.
Have a 5. Okay. Yeah, that's a 14 then.
Why is it a 5? My brain wants to say 5. No, it's a 6. I don't know why my brain said 5. Shuro with your plus 9. Please and thank
Oh,
you.
okay. Yeah.
Kids, what's for breakfast?
Crick.
Okay, we have Shuro, Winks, Dark, and then spooky, scary spiders. Which means Shuro.
Hero's been going first the whole time.
Yes, it's almost like something happened that increased his ability to go first.
I'm gonna multi-shoot.
Just bam, bam, bam,
How
bam.
many spiders?
5.
I'm shooting 5 times.
And these ones appear to look of the more dodgy breed, which that still hits.
Crit.
Oh, that's a crit.
Yes.
Crit.
228 in a row.
Okay. Here's number. Here's the last one. Okay, we got 2
Oh,
crits,
both
2
crit.
normal hit. Oh, no. 2020, that ties go defender. So we got 1 normal hit, which is right here. It's down. We got crit number 1. Down. Crit number 2. Down. leaving 2 remaining. Lynx, you can blast that one now. Go, blast gadget. Gadget blaster.
Crit. Haha.
Oh, it
Roles are
it's down.
reversed.
Um,
Roles are reversed.
rolls are reversed. Does it needs to beat a DC 27? It's because it rolled that. It's +5 turns to +0. Even with a natural 20, you'll only get a maximum of 25, which means it still fails by 2. But because the system so technically commands it, okay, it didn't just blow up and die. Uh, does it
That's
almost
good.
got a nat 20? So it's definitely not dead. It's just not doing too well. There's one left for Dark Tide to swing at. Do you swing at it,
Is
Dark
there?
Tide?
Yeah, I think.
Roll with your +10. Let's see if it can beat your DC 25.
Wow.
You guys managed to, in one round, wipe out the spiders. How's it feel to be definitely on the winning end?
I feel much better.
Feels good. Feels really good.
Yeah. And I say roles reversed. The
There
spider and I'm
is
usually
no
rolling that one.
longer any spiders. Dun dun
Well,
dun.
good. Let's go save the people that we need to look around to save the people that just got there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can find
exactly.
them, and you can free them because they're just put in there. Uh, so luckily for them, these are the people can be easier saved, and you guys can hold the ground. There's nothing showing up to try to defeat you guys while you wait for people from the league to show up to help secure and take everyone away. So, yay! You guys have done it. You've you've defeated all the vampires.
What?
I'm being creepy. The spiders, they're blood sucking monsters.
Yes, they
Okay.
are.
Because they want to suck your blood.
Yeah.
You have juicy innards, they want them.
Yeah, well, they can't have them.
Nope. Uh, you guys can easily make it back home to the base where you can wash up, eat up, and take nap. Well, not naps, but take actual rest, knowing that you've defeated even more of the vile monsters. The next day does come, and we're Captain Sewer. Dun dun dun. Does let you know that the flies are no longer actually kidnapping people anymore. Almost as if they have nowhere to take the people. So they are less grouped up and more along going to places where flies would normally migrate to, like trash heaps,
The dump.
pretty much any form of dumps or anything like that.
Or
Uh,
sewage plant.
and they are definitely more avoiding anyone that tries to interact with them. Uh, so a lot of the leaguers that try to go after them, the flies just take off as soon as they can. So they're not saying to fight, so they're being problematic. And because they're no longer grouped up, all attempts to try to go after them just got a lot harder because it's instead of a group, I mean, it's trying to ambush a group, they're trying to ambush a couple, like 1 to 2 at a time. Uh, and because they're no longer going after people, they're not considered a very big priority from the league at the moment. Uh, the ants are still pretty high up on the threat range, but they're just mainly dominating the park that they're in. Uh, so no one's really trying to take the park from them because no one's really gaining any ground. Uh, and it has been straight verified that besides ants that are capable of running up and beating up in melee, ants that are spewing acid projectiles at uh, there is another ant that has appeared that's vomiting goo on wounded ants that seems to be healing wounded ants. Uh, so the
That's not
ants
good.
are definitely organized. I mean, definitely changing in a way to be a lot more efficient at surviving in a world where people can hit them. Not to mention the fact that during the night, Hive was able to succeed on a air raid. Uh,
Where did Hyde? Where did Hyde attack?
Hive, where did they
Mm,
attack? They hit
Yes, Hyde.
4 separate locations with their max. And as to refresh, you guys currently have one. It's their flying thing, where you guys are calling it the Hornet.
Yes.
One hit the airport
My horn.
that's being used by the National Guard and stuff to help move stuff around to get civilians out. Another group hit a food supply depot.
war
Another
crimes.
group hit the main hospital treating people, and another group did attack the Hall of Justice. The Hall of Justice was able to successfully repel them because it's a Hall of Justice. So of course, there's heroes there, actual heroes and stuff there to actually defend it. The other locations didn't fare necessarily too well because they're not prepped to deal with a squadron of Max showing up and just bulldozing crap. Uh, The exact locations where the Max came from have not been determined, except they came from 4 different generalized areas. And several groups of Hive recruits have been cited throughout our particular area. Pretty much popping up, doing a mixture of basic theft to try to most likely cheap resources out of people trying to avoid being eaten by giant ants. Um, some minor engagements with some of the remaining police and stuff, while also trying to recruit people into Hive,
Hmm.
promising safety and protection against the bug menace that's going
Uh,
on. And part of their whole
Yeah, that's not
join
good.
us and you won't get eaten by bugs. Several of the recruits have been seen safely walking through parts of the park and not being attacked by the ants, implying that if you're part of the hive, then you actually aren't truly at risk of being attacked by the ants. No one knows why the ants aren't actually attacking them, other than they're just not. There is 3 possible locations for what's being determined hive outposts, but other than that, there's no known actual locations where the hive personnel are actually concentrated at. So there's 3 possible locations to go scout out. So you do have the choice of either A, trying to find a fly, which finding where they're at's easy, just getting close enough before they bolt out of there is the problem. You could
Yeah.
attempt to fight the ants, which like I said, it's a numbers game, and they do apparently have a ant medic. Or you can, like I said, or you can just investigate the possible hive outposts.
I say we get rid of the hives. Let's start all this.
That investigating more hive is the way to go, or it is hive that is probably controlling the ants or allowing them to heal each other. They are messing with ants in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
True.
He goes, well, there's possible location 1, 2, or 3.
Where is one?
Blah blah blah. I still haven't been able to find a proper, actual, usable map yet. So it's in blah blah blah.
Mm.
Blah 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 blah
Ah.
blah blah. Insert location here in future episode.
Down the block.
You go here. You go to this building. You then take this street for 3 blocks, and you turn left, and it should be around there.
You can't miss
Mhm.
it.
You can't miss the area. I mean, there's no neon sign saying Hive Outpost right here, but it should be in that generalized area.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess location 1. Since
It's
I say we dress in our civvies. Although I don't know. I say we go in disguise and dress in civvies.
You can
and
get your
act
civilian
like
clothes
we're-
on and go run around the city.
Yeah.
Sure.
why are we putting civilian clothes on?
So we can go undercover and act like we want to join Hive and then shoot up the place.
The only problems is Shuro's jetpack and blaster are going to be hard for her to hide.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
And Dark Tide's
Shiro.
sword is going to be hard to hide. Unlike you, who simply goes, I'll just change clothes and, just wear something I can put over my pistol I put right here. They have equipment that's a little bit harder to disguise.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to justify this as a backpack.
It's a fancy backpack. You can get it from Walmart.
Then why does it
Yeah.
look like it's a jet that has jets on it? It's a super fancy one. It's a fancy backpack made by
There's so many
It's a-
backpacks made by Costco.
it's a futuristic style
Shoki.
Gucci backpack.
Yeah, how about that?
It imitates a functional jetpack, but it doesn't because it doesn't actually let you fly. See, boom, boom. I'm not flying, but it's imitating it, so I can look
Why
fancy.
wouldn't I be able to do the
It's your sword.
Yeah, no. Why wouldn't I be able to do the Highlander thing?
You mean
Where they
walk
hide
around
swords
with
all-
a? You have to remember a lot of TV shows and movies don't actually take into account that walking around with a sword is highly suspicious.
Yeah.
It goes into the
Yeah, kind of.
play of unless there's a reason for you to clearly actually have it. No one's just randomly walking around with a sword.
Right. Okay.
It's like even in dangerous areas, it's like, why is that person walking around with a sword? And it's not even a cheapy sword either. It's a expensive looking sword. So it's you also have to remember that your sword is recognizable because you happen on the news.
Okay.
So it's like it's catch 22 on top of catch 22 on top of catch 22. Uh, does it try trying to successfully hide a sword is not as easy as people make it sound.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
because they don't take that stuff into account. Uh, Not to mention the fact that trying to look as indiscriminate as more civilian as possible. Any sort of trench coat or anything that you could possibly try to use to help hide the fact you have a sword on your hip will make you stick out a little bit more.
It's on the back. I hate that. Carrying
Well,
it on the hip is not.
even on the back, the hilt would have to stick out so you can uh, grab it,
Hmm.
and it does interfere with trying to hide while trying to wear clothing on your back. Does it still, especially at like the bottom and
Yes.
at the top,
Okay.
it sticks out.
Okay.
Main reason I know that is because I years ago I had a player trying to say you can wear this and still hide. I went prove it, and they came walking in with a pretty much a trench coat with a sword on their back, and I went, yeah, nice hilt sticking out the back. Can you sit down, please? They're like, no. I went, why can't you sit down? Because there's a sword. Yeah, why is there looks like there's a stiff thing at the bottom of your jacket? Because it's the sword, which it's like wearing too tight of clothes while trying to have a concealed holster.
Right.
Like too tight of clothes. It's like either there's a gun there, or you're carrying something else.
Well, I guess it's civilian clothes then.
Yeah.
I'm wandering
Um.
around.
If this wearing civilian clothes isn't part of the problem, it's trying to get the general equipment.
Yeah.
Uh. That in Gotham, it people are less suspicious of someone with a gun than someone with a sword. Because everyone
This
who
is
has a
true.
sword is either
Yeah.
related to the Bat family or one of their villains. Because I wish that wasn't true, but it is. Because you can look up who has swords. This particular Robin, as people like Azrael and stuff, and not many of the villains of their villains actually use swords. Uh, Slade uses swords. People from the League of Shadow use swords. So your sword is the problem.
Hmm.
Just like how the wrist blaster of Lynx and the jetpack of Lynx becomes a huge flare problem. So
Well,
it's
you
not.
guys both can fly. I can just walk around, and you guys can tail me. I guess maybe. I don't know.
Well, it would be easier for them to go from rooftop to rooftop, trying to use the buildings as much cover as they can while listening on your comm. Because again, your revolver, people will be less suspicious of you having a gun because a lot of people have guns in Gotham. It's a very pro gun state. Well, city. Uh,
Yay
and it's
for
somewhat easier
freedom.
to actually have a jacket on to someone help cover it. Uh, so you are the less conspicuous person of the group to dress as a villain, while the rest are just or the other two are just following you rooftop to rooftop.
Yeah.
So when you do get in trouble and you have to fight, Dark Knight can just fly down with a sword of justice, while Lynx goes, "It's Master Blaster time!" Pew 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 pew.
Yeah.
That's why flying is a good thing.
Yes, it is.
And
Flying is a
and
good
really,
thing.
that actually I like that idea because um, there's no way it doesn't matter where you go, we can follow.
Mhm. Exactly.
Uh, so dressing in civies, you guys can go to the area where two of you can attempt to stalk rooftop to rooftop,
Yes,
which trying
stalking
not to get seen becomes part of the trick.
up in the air.
So even though technically I can give you guys uh, well, I can give the bad guys a a slight penalty to noticing you. You both need to make stealth checks to set the parameters on whether or not you get actually spotted or not. Lynx has a 2, and Dark has a 10. So the bad guys have, where is it? Where is it?
No.
Total of a 5. Just you guys can get to the area. After a few hours of walking what are you doing as you walk around, Almighty Shiro, besides just aimlessly walking around?
Um, just try to find like rumors and stuff like that from
Pretty much
the
looking
people
for
that are walking around.
people trying to hide out.
Yeah.
Okay, let me double check. Because you're trying to talk to people. You need to make a persuasion check with a +2. Oh, that's good. Uh, because you're able to find different people hiding in different locations throughout the area. Some are more hostile than others. Kind of going out doing the whole we don't have enough stuff for you, go away, to other ones going being a little bit more friendly when it comes to like, giving you some water and just not so gung ho about booting you out of the area.
Yeah.
And you are able to find out from some of them that there is some hive people that occasionally stop by to try to recruit them. And sometimes they
Okay.
bring fresh water, sometimes they bring a few rations. So they're seeming to be generally good guys. Uh, the thing that makes people a little bit suspicious of them is occasionally they show up in a relatively decent grouping and pretty much kick down the doors and remove people from their location.
Uh,
Kind of doing the whole, if you're not going to willfully join us, then you're going to unwillfully join us, even if we have to shoot you a few times.
sure.
And after a little bit while later of you searching the area, uh, you get approached by two individuals who are you are able to identify as hive recruits because they are wearing purple robes. Because they do go, "Halt, lost citizen.
Yes. What seems to be the problem?
Well, there's no real problem, except for we are going to offer you an opportunity to be uplifted from your measly day-to-day survival. We at Hive will, with open arms, accept you in to our organization, where we can offer you safe place to sleep, food, water, and protection against these wayward vermin that appear to be eating people alive. As you hear screaming in the background.
Oh. I would appreciate it. I haven't slept in a couple of days.
So it's yes, come with us, and we'll get you all
Okay.
sorted out, citizen. You follow them to a
Yes.
secondary location. Uh, which at this point, to see if they what is their recruit's actual bonus. Let's see if the recruit can, with the penalty, dropping their perception down way low. If these two recruits, here's recruit number one. Let's see if they can notice the wayward heroes trying to follow. Well, this is funny. As they go to take you, you notice that they kind of look up towards a building. And one of them does go, crap, we've been made. Which winks, you can tell that they both look up at you, do, letting you acknowledge the fact
This
that,
is the second time.
well, their +6 got dropped to a +1, and the dice bot did not want you to do good. Because a 7 is not necessarily that hard to beat. Dark Tide 16 was pretty decent, but a 7 is, they beat you on the
Yeah.
math. So now both these recruits are now bolting towards an alley. What
I
do you guys
follow
do
them.
besides
And
what? What was
I,
that?
I try to act as a citizen and try to follow them
Like,
closely.
following closely.
Go after the.
Yeah.
So you fly down
I
and
have a
swing
sword.
at one.
Yes,
They are
as
not.
this is
I
what
drop on top
here.
of one.
You what, Lynx?
I drop on top of one.
So you're gonna.
Oh look, it's
Well, I
another
have
10
to
plus 10.
resolve this because he's unaware of him swinging down at him, which means his uh 5 gets turned into a 2 to see if he can dodge it. Of course,
Oh,
it dodges
why?
Dark Tide swing. Uh,
Why?
because
Go
it
sneak
doesn't want
attack
him to
them.
hit. That's why. Uh, you're going to attempt to do a melee action against
Drop
one.
down on top of it.
You have an overall +4. Because your melee is not your best suit. I need to actually double check their bonus. Yep. Of course, it's not showing me what the total
Of course. Says 8.
Yep.
Well, I see yours is 8, but it doesn't show me what mine was.
Yeah, yours is also 8. Tie goes to defender.
Shuro, seeing that the two heroes have shown up to try to beat the crap out of the two recruits, are you going to reveal yourself as part of the team, or are you going to do the civilian thing and run off?
Do the civilian thing and run off.
To not blow your. Oh, see, now it shows it.
Yeah. And it's like I'm gonna like, oh gosh, ah,
Both of you can tell that
try my
he's keeping in character.
Run away.
Which now
Okay.
puts it to initiative. Shuro, you do not have to roll because you're doing the civilian thing and running, which means
I
the
hide a
+2 for Lynx and the +6 for him versus the recruits of a +2.
I'm going
Dice
first this
Bot
time.
strikes again. Are you going to try to blaster master the one in front of you?
Yeah.
You have a +8 versus their 5. Dun dun dun. It's +5, not +56.
Crit.
Oh
Oh.
God! He super duper just dodged out of the way of
Why?
that. Just you're like, this is a
Why?
good shot, and he's like, making it their turn. Since they are pretty sure they're not
Dicebot
going to
really
be able
doesn't like
to
tonight.
escape. Uh,
Dicebot really doesn't like me tonight.
it doesn't particularly like, oh, that's Trooper. I don't want Trooper. Wait, what? Stinger. Uh, what they do is they're going to attempt to use their um, stingers. One is shooting at Almighty Dark Tide, so you get a +10 to your. I don't want to be hit today. Did and you don't get hit. That's good. Yeah.
Good.
Now Lynx with a +8 needs to do a. I also don't want to get stung. Being sting. Well, being sting. Being stung really does not feel good. Thankfully, you still have a decent modifier of +8. Okay, 13.
No.
Oh, you've been smacked. You need to make a fortitude
Mm-hmm.
check. You have a +7. You are perfectly fine. Because the DC
Hey.
for the Stinger is not that bad, but it's also not good. Dun 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 dun. Meaning a certain Stabby McGee gets to stab McGee if he really, really wants to.
Nope, they're just gonna dance around it.
By
Why aren't
one.
you showing me what I got?
It's a 13. I got a 12 because I
Wait.
rolled 2 and you got a 13.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 13.
Goes back to the top. Yeah, now it shows mine. Lynx, are you gonna blast this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, you hit him.
Finally.
I think this is the hardest recruit fight you guys had to have because normally they're down by now.
Mm.
Unless there's a lot of them. You manage to blast him and he goes, ugh. The last one's turn is going to go,
Yay.
not my friend, Felipe the Third. And he's going to try to use his stinger on you, Lynx. You have a +H to not get hit. And of course, he barely hits you. You have a +7 to not be affected, or +7 fortitude to not be affected by this effect. Oh,
Nope.
that 8 gets turned into a 3. Uh, the effect is a DC 15 because it is an affliction. Which means a 15 minus 3 is 12. That is 3 degrees of failure. You have the conditions of dazed, disabled, and then incapacitated applied to you, which
That's
means you're as you get electrocuted.
the first time I think this season.
That you've been incapacitated?
Something.
Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
is the first time you've been incapacitated. And it wasn't through damage, it was through a fortitude effect. Dark Tide, you can see that your companion Lynx has been electrocuted so bad she falls to the ground going, eh, eh, eh. Do you swing at this vile person who epically pulled off a my god I hit and it works for a minion? He failed. He has to do versus
Yes.
a 25. You have sliced him so severely he collapses on the ground.
Good.
Revenge.
I go turn
Avenge.
to I go tend to Lynx.
Avenge.
She's going to be down for a while.
Yeah. You did a better avenge than the high person
This is
did.
not normal damage. She's going to be does it start with the least then the worst effects. Yeah, she's going to be out for at least 3 minutes. Disaster remove the dazed, then the disabled, and then incapacitated. This is a normal damage effect. This is because of an affliction.
That's not bad, at least.
No, it's not. It's not the worst type of hive weapon there is. The ones the troopers use are far more effective.
I mean, it did take a lot for Dark Tide to wake up the one time.
Yep.
When I saved him, when I saved his butt because we went to 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But you now definitely know how effective the stinger can be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When a
that's
person has
true.
to pose, which you're like, yay, because you have a stinger you've been trying to examine, and that. So rolling too low is not a good thing with a stinger.
No.
Because it doesn't have a super high DC, but failing by 11 or more puts it into the third degree of failure. So getting rolling a 1 for 20 is not good at all.
No.
But after a few moments of you trying to tend her wounds, do you do it on the spot or do you take off back to home base? Does your
Dark Tide.
yeah,
Back.
does your treatment skills suck, Dark Tide?
Yeah, I'm gonna have. Yes, I'm carrying her back to base.
Um, Shuro, you can definitely see him fly off with her. And a moment
Okay.
after they leave, you can see a couple more purple robe wearing individuals pop up with stingers at the ready, and you can see them grab their fallen foes and cart them off. And they go into the
I
alleyway those guys are trying to run into. Do you follow them?
yeah.
Are you trying to stealth, or do you say any particular words that won't necessarily get you shot at?
I tell them it's like I was trying to be get recruited, but these two guys showed up and started fighting them, so I ran around the corner.
One of them goes, "Yes, we saw. Yes, we were able to observe through our remote monitoring. Monitoring. English, I swear I know it. Our remote monitoring system. Come with us, fresh recruits. We
Okay.
we can use more people, but be brave next time those foul wannabe heroes show up to foil our plans of saving people."
Okay.
Uh, you're able to go in the alleyway where they hop into part of the sewer, where they travel through some of the sewer, and they get to a part where one of them says, "Okay, we're gonna cross over this catwalk. Uh, don't fall off; it's pretty slippery. And whatever you do, don't look up."
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't look up or
As
don't
you
look down.
as you
That's what I was about
as you
to
go through, do
ask.
you decide to look up?
No.
Okay, you're able to make it through where one of them puts their
Is
hand
it
on
don't?
the what?
Is it don't look up or don't look down?
Don't look up.
That makes no
Because
sense.
usually it's
Usually it's don't
because
look
usually it's
down where
don't
you're
look
going over a
down.
crosswalk, but they specifically said don't look up.
Look up.
But
Right.
you see the
Okay.
guy
I
put
just want to
his
make sure that's exactly that is what they said.
bare hand on the part of the wall, and it then looks like it gets scanned, and a secret door opens up, letting you go into a hidden little tiny facility. You're taken into an area where you're told you can wash up and change into your new hive robe, which
I do that.
uh, is a purple robe.
Yep.
You are then also handed a stinger.
I take the
You are
stinger.
then brought into a room where there's several other people that look pretty fresh. As one person's like, "Welcome, fresh recruits. Uh, feel glad that you are now safe in here with us. Now, when you're out on the city looking for supplies, trying to undo the harm that our failed government is has done and trying to recruit people, pretty much save them from the dreaded despair that's fallen upon them. Do not take off your robes. If you remove your robes by any part, then the ants will try to kill you. So make sure you're nowhere near the ants if you decide to remove your robe. Now, also remember that unless you're trying to blend in with everyone else, do not take your robes off. Do not reveal your face. Do not use your real names, for you must remain faceless and nameless. And it is for your own protection in case anyone here gets captured. So you can just call me recruit number 629. Uh, we are going to do a slight training mission to see if you are suitable for field work or to be sent to main base for proper training. But be warned, not everyone makes it due to the vile government trying to overthrow us at every waking moment. For they are the true enemy of progress. Dun dun dun! Your first task is for each of you, you're going to be sent out in pairs of two. And each of you are going to get a number. Remember to, when talking back and forth, to use your numbers. Don't use nicknames, just your number. It keeps everything simple and easy. And Shuro, your number they're giving you is 1956.
Okay.
You are being paired with 1959. Dun dun dun. And he goes, your guy's job. If you succeed, then you definitely get to stay here with us. If for somehow you fail, you fail, we're gonna try to get you set for proper training. But your mission isn't that hard. You're gonna go here to this soup kitchen, and you're going to try to get us some fresh recruits. Now, there's a chance, not a very big chance, but a chance that law enforcement are going to try to stop you because they are the dreaded enemy of progress, for they wish to undo what we're trying to save. As he's implying heavy duty propaganda BS.
Yeah.
Uh, 266. Wow. You are then let out of their secret place.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that right here so I can look at it. And as you're leaving, you're also warned that there are still several gangs that are trying to do pretty much the same thing we're doing. Uh, so besides the chance of several officers trying to spoil what you're doing, several gang members will probably try to do the same. And then you also showed that there is two settings to the stinger they're giving you. The first setting is a electrical effect used to attempt to incapacitate people. The other setting is a lethal effect where it's used to attempt to do great harm. And
Okay.
yes, it looks like the abdomen section of a bee, but in the form of a pistol. Pistol. So you're pretty much shooting stingers at people. Hence the name Stinger.
Huh.
Uh, and they specifically specified that whenever you come over this crosswalk, do not look up. Under any circumstance, do not look up. It's for your own safety and the safety of the catwalk.
Okay.
And if any good guys manage to follow you down here, and you're pretty sure you're not gonna make it, then look up. To stopping the bad guys, stopping the real bad guys from having access to our secret little outpost is important. So, in case of emergency, look up. But otherwise, don't look up.
Do I see a control panel or anything like that around?
Uh, if there is, you're not being taken to the area where there is a control panel.
Oh, okay.
Other than like a briefing room, a place to shower and get changed, there really is nothing important you're actually seeing, implying that
Okay.
you are too fresh.
Yeah.
Around this time that you're being pretty much let out to go to this area, um, Lynx is able to recover from being electrocuted.
Yay.
Uh, what do the two flying duos decide to do besides realizing that you kind of left Shiro all by himself to do whatever he's doing?
Um, well, I mean, she's recovered. We should go back out and hit the and find, maybe go to location number 2.
Maybe try to look out for Shiro on the way.
Well, location where you guys last saw him and location 2 are not in the same proximity. So if you go to location 2, you're most likely not going to find him at all.
Hmm.
So if you want to keep an eye out for him, you have to go to where the area you last saw him. So do you go to location 2 or go to area 1?
Um,
Do you want to try to find him?
I mean, we could go to area 1, but Shiro may be may have gotten himself in. I don't know. He may be. Maybe they recruited him. Who knows?
Maybe he's been
I guess.
captured.
Maybe he's been captured. Um,
So to clarify before I ask for die rolls, you're going to area 1, correct?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys can fly straight over there. Uh, Almighty Shiro, can you roll me a D20? Dun dun dun. No bonuses, no modifiers, just a single D20. Okay.
Yep.
On your way to the location, the soup kitchen where you're going to do your recruiting, you're having a slight blast with a quiet talk, somewhat quiet talk of, man, I'm happy to be part of a group that's willing to protect me against the vile filth of this city. Uh, Shiro, you are entitled to a perception check
Cool.
with a whopping 13. Now, as you guys are flying, Dark Tide with a 10,
Hey.
and also with a 10 is Lynx. Lynx. Okay, Shiro definitely notices this. Okay, you notice this.
Yeah.
As you two are flying
Everybody
along
knows.
looking, you can see that a part of one of the streets, a pair of purple robed individuals walking like they're going somewhere important. Shuro, you can notice before the because he hasn't quite noticed that because you have a better perception than him. Um, a pair of familiar looking people flying in your direction.
Is my partner looking?
Oh,
Uh,
well, because he is commonly like trying to have some form of conversation about how happy he is to be in a group that's willing to protect him, a comfy bed, good food and clean water and stuff.
okay.
So he is
I
somewhat paying
I
attention
I
to you.
I try to secretly hand signal them
Uh,
that to to follow but do not engage.
there is no real check
Well,
about Indo Win. Well, I'm gonna verify Indo Windows because it's probably under one of several skills. Because I know it's going to be countered by one thing. That's security. Nope, don't want that. Don't want that. That's doing that. Nope, that's not that. That's surveillance checks. It's that. Gather information. That. Go to no. No. Aha. Ah. You need to roll me a deception check. Because deception is used to do it, which you have a plus. Uh, let me double check. Like that, does it's a plus two. Uh, yeah, it's a basic message. And let me verify what their DC would be. Uh, okay, that's good. Both of the other two need to make insight checks. Dark has a +10, and so does Lynx has a +10. Does
Oh,
notice the hidden message? You can
What an Stefan are.
Noticing
what?
absolutely nothing.
I noticed stuff.
Well, on 11. Oh, that's a 1, which it makes it a 6. Uh,
Yeah.
it's a basic message, so a 6 is you just don't notice it. Uh, Lynx, you're able to notice a message. And yeah, one of them, as you notice, as he's obviously talking and stuff, you see certain hand signals. You are pretty sure that that person is signaling to you to follow them.
Uh,
You don't know why this what the
hey, Dark Tide.
figure is doing that.
Hey, Dark Tide.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure one of the purple robe hive people just signaled to follow.
Really? Well then,
Yeah.
if they want us to follow, we shall follow.
Dun dun dun.
Do you think it might? Do you think it might be Cheryl?
There is no way to tell at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, regardless, we shall follow.
Uh, as you guys are tailing, uh, you guys can notice that they make it to a soup kitchen. Shuro, do you want to be the one to try to talk your way into the soup kitchen, or do you want your newfound friend to do the talking to get in?
what's my persuasion again?
Your persuasion. You have a 2 persuasion.
I'm gonna let my friend do it.
Uh, let me double check his persuasion. This is going to be funny.
Uh,
He appears to not be very persuasive, as the
I try to
couple of
back.
guys, the what?
I try to back him up.
By going, you see, the thing is, what he is trying to say is, we have better
Yeah.
protection. Dun dun dun. You do not do much better.
No.
It appears you are failing to gain access to the soup kitchen. The couple of guys
The
protecting the
dice bot
kitchen
does not want to get.
uninterested in letting you in to do your all-inspiring recruitment drive.
Is there any other place? I'm talking to my partner. Is there any other place we can recruit?
It's like,
Apparently, we're not.
uh, I mean, yeah, if we walk about like 20 minutes down the street there, there's a small shelter with some people at it. We might be able to get in there.
Yeah.
Uh, the guys watching, you can notice that the rogue duo does not um, get access to the building they want to get access to, and then they start walking away. What is it you two decide to do?
Follow.
Continue to follow, yes.
You can follow while keeping your distance. Almighty Shuro, can you roll me another d20? You manage to make it to the location with nothing trying to stop you. You get to the
Cool.
front of the shelter where there's a couple people protecting it. Knowing that you are slightly better on the persuasive side, do
Yeah,
you
I
decide
try.
to take point and be persuasive to gain access to try to recruit people?
Yeah, why not?
You gain access. You may not be the best
Hey.
at persuading with them, but they will give you a chance. The two
But
heroes,
he didn't say anything. He just rolled dice. What did he say that was so persuasive?
we have cookies. Come to the dark side.
Oh, well, okay.
No, we mean you no harm. We are just simply
uh,
looking for people that may want to join us and possibly seek protection.
To be safe from the killer bugs. But you guys do notice that the two purple robe figures gain access to the facility.
Okay.
What do you guys decide to do other than wonder what they're saying to get in?
Lynx, I think since I think that you are less threatening and should try to enter into the facility to follow.
sure.
So you jet back down to the entrance,
Yeah.
and easily jet back down where the guys protecting the entrance are kind of like, "Whoa, it's Lynx. Are you here to save us and take us to
Right.
safety?"
Yes, why not?
Um, actually, I would like to get in, please.
You want to get in?
Yes. Did you see two purple robed figures?
That they look at each other and they look back and go, "Yes, there is several hive recruiters in there. No fighting in our shelter."
I'm not. I promise I won't start anything. I just want to keep an eye out.
So you want to interfere with them trying to get people to safety? Stop them from helping people?
I know this may be difficult to understand, but Hive is actually not the good guys that they're making themselves out to be. They're the ones behind all the bug attacks and everything that's been going on lately.
You need to roll your +4 oh, that's not you. You have a +0 persuasion.
What?
Uh
No!
these are normal uh people that aren't necessarily the highest skilled. They count as this. Let's see if he believes you or not. He
No!
does not believe you. Because your not so good persuasive skills is being countered by his not so good BS detector. Because both you have a 0.
hmm
So he's like, yeah, we don't. He's like, nah, I'm not falling for that. They're going around trying to make sure people get somewhere safe and aren't being attacked by these giant bugs. They're providing food, water, pretty much good food, good
Yeah,
water, and stuff.
notice? Yeah, notice how them are getting attacked? Most likely because they're the ones behind the ants and everything else.
Yes,
They're not getting attacked
magically know
because
how to
they're in
destroy
control of everything.
bugs. Gonna magically fall for that.
I'm telling the truth. I swear.
Well, I don't believe your truth because they're trying to save people. Meanwhile, inside the shelter, everyone's favorite, I swear I'm not the bad guy, uh, needs to come up with his recruitment speech and then roll his +2 to persuasion. What is your recruitment speech besides, we have cookies?
Those that wish to seek protection could join us if they want to. Uh, I joined mainly so I could have a safe place to sleep, you know, from those
I
darn
cannot hear you,
nuclear
Shiro,
vermin.
at all. I've not been able to hear you the entire time, and I've turned up my turned up the volume for you.
Did you try turning up the volume on your computer?
Do do do. Try say something, Almighty. If I move that down there, okay, that might help the audience if they're having any problems hearing you. Hey, Dark Tide.
Yes.
Uh, I would like to remind you that on Friday's game, the group has a similar problem with you. That no matter what they do, they have problems hearing you. So you're now. How does it feel like to be at the receiving end of that?
yes.
Not very fun, is it? Knowing that he's done
So
what he could, you've done what you could, but it's still not doing what you want.
hold on. Can you hear me better now?
I can. Uh,
Might hear the background noises though, but that's it.
well, it's one of those catch 22s. If we have to hear minor background noises in order to hear you properly, then it's something we have to suffer through. There's not
Can you hear me,
everyone can
Dark
have
Tide?
the privacy of not having to put up with people. I can hear, which means the my audience can hear. Dun dun dun. It's just Dark trying to be problematic and saying everyone can't hear him.
Mm.
Shame on you, Dark Tide. Shun the non-believer. Shun. Shun.
Oh,
Hmm.
I'm on a laptop, so there's that too.
Well, sometimes with laptops, if you have a headset to plug into it, it can hear you a lot better, and you can hear everyone else a lot
Yeah.
better. But you have to have a decent, well, not necessarily decent, but an okay, brain stop working, an okay headset to actually have it work properly. Does headsets have a problem of bugging out? But let's see how many people decide to go with that recruitment drive. Well, there's an 11, a 12, a 6, a 4, and an 8. You have 5 people believing
13,
that.
19.
Well, I was looking for those that got under his, under,
Mm.
which is 12 and below. So the 11, 12, 6, 4, and 8, which is 5. Does the other ones definitely got a little too high for him. They're like, yeah, we want to be safe too. We want clean drinking water. Yay.
And food and
So you're being
shelter.
successful in that. While Lynx is having a slight problem gaining entry into the shelter.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because, the dice bot is just not liking me
Yeah,
tonight
it's
for
not.
some weird reason.
Yeah, just normally it's dark that has the
Yeah,
yeah, it's yes, normally it's dark that has the problems.
issues.
So it's like
Because, it doesn't like me or the dark, so.
no, it normally uh does not like him, but yay. At this time, the recruiters are able to start exiting the facility. And as they go to exit, right there in the exit is a recognizable hero. And that hero can see that 2 purple-robed people are starting to exit the building, and they kind of just stop and stare at you.
I put hold on before my partner draws the weapon. I says, "Do not fight this here in this area. We wish to respect the people that live here."
What do you do, Lynx?
Does she even recognize my
Uh,
voice? That's the thing.
She can recognize the voice. This is a familiar voice coming from underneath that hood.
uh, I do not engage in combat because of the voice.
Good
So
choice.
no fighting.
Good choice.
And I tell her we did nothing wrong here. We are simply looking for shelter and protection. What business do you have with us?
One of
Um,
the guys intercedes and goes, "Oh, she wants to spread lies saying you guys are the bad guy trying to get everyone eaten by bugs, despite the fact you're here to try to save people."
Aren't crooked politicians the bad guys too? Yet we still are governed by them.
Exactly. Hive is trying to help people and save people. And here she is saying you guys are the bad guys. Shameful.
I just have an annoyed look. I just have an very annoyed look on my
Shameful.
face.
So very rude and inconsiderate. Bah humbug.
Don't be Scrooge, please.
Hey, it beeth the season.
Hmm.
Why are you doing the Jar Jar Binks?
No, it's not. It's not Jar Jar
Hmm.
Binks. It's the
The
Gungan leader.
Because me saw the
It's
man.
the boss. It's the boss.
uh, so, Mighty Lynx, are you going to let the purple hooded people leave with their recruits? Or are you going to try to stop them, even though you recognize one of their voices?
I'm let them go and fly back up to Darktide.
Where Darktide can see that Lynx does fly up to rejoin them, as you can see two purple rope guys walking away with 5 civilians following them. What does Darktide do besides go, interesting?
Why is Hive walking away with 5 civilians?
I'm guessing those are more recruits. But I can confirm that one of the Hive members is Shiro.
And why is he with Hive?
Remember the plan to infiltrate?
Yes, he is infiltrated.
Yes.
And what is
I'm assuming that's what he's doing.
and what is his plan for when he leads the recruits to Hive?
I'm not completely sure, but at least we know that he's on our side and just playing his part.
I will take your word for this that Shiro is still on our side.
Do you guys
I mean,
attempt to stalk the um
Yes,
yes,
from like 50 feet up in the air.
yes.
double check something to make sure I'm not doing something wrong. Don't want to mislead those at home. Just uh 166. Okay, both of you following need to make your tailing checks, which is a stealth. Um, Dark has a 10 and Winks has a 2.
Hmm.
Uh,
Come on.
the recruit needs to since you guys are able to use buildings as cover, he doesn't have a huge bonus. Um,
Nat 20,
uh,
of course.
well, Almighty Cheryl, as you're going,
Roll the
your
ability.
partner in crime does point out, like, hey, we're being followed by those good for nothing heroes. We should just aimlessly walk around a bit
Yeah.
to see if they eventually stop following us. Just we can't lead them back to our secret
Or
location. Or what, Shuro?
I was gonna tell him it's like, or we can split off.
How many do you want to take? 2 or
I
3?
2.
Okay. You 2 go with him, you 3 come with me. Okay, you go that way, I'll go this way. If you're sure they're not, when you're sure they're not following you, because there's 2 of them, so they're probably going to split up. Uh, I swear, dog, you better not be sneezing over there. And when you're sure you're not being followed anymore, then go straight to the base. Uh, the 2 following can notice that after a moment of talking, the 2 rogue figures break off. One has 2 civilians with him, the other one has 3 civilians with him. Who decides to follow who?
Uh, follow Shiro.
What? No, we don't know which one Cheryl is. All we know is that they broke off, and one has 2 and the other has 3.
Yeah, then I will follow 3.
And then I'll do 2. And we can just communicate with our communication devices.
Out of game. Do I have a communication device still?
You do.
Yes. All 3 of you have a device. Which means the moment they start talking through the group comms, well, I mean, technically, they would have to try to contact you for yours to go off. You have to hope they don't try to contact you because people will be able to hear it going off.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
So you hope they don't try to contact you.
Okay.
Did you take your meds tonight?
I think so. Let me go double check.
That's a big bad fight.
Oh,
Um. Okay. As you guys are going
I'll
it,
be right back.
Okay.
okay, and trying to
I'll be right back.
okay, I'm trying to do it because you're the one following three. Almighty Dark Tide. Can you re-roll your stealth?
I can.
Because trying to get him to lose sight of you so you can find them and follow it. So hopefully he does not do boom.
I dare you to find me now.
He somehow got a 36.
Uh-huh.
You don't know why he somehow managed to have another additional 36. Almost like you challenged me and I accepted it. But,
I challenged him, not you.
well,
Link,
he
you're
is me
muted.
because I am everyone you are not.
Uh-huh.
Well, somehow also you because I am everyone and anyone at any given time. For I am me, the main man. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Uh,
Hey, Link, you're muted.
she said she had to step away for a moment,
Oh,
Yes.
okay, okay.
which is somewhat funny. You have a 13 to your perception, while she has a +2 to her stealth. So her ability to
Oh no,
get
I'm not
caught
even gonna
versus you, Shuro, is pretty much like a I know she's following me. Uh, do you decide to walk around for a moment?
I is back.
Walk around for a moment and then go back to base, not caring you're being followed because you don't care.
Yeah.
After a little bit, you can get to the sewer entrance. And as you're getting people in, the other guy shows up and goes, "Yeah, I lost him. He thinks he's clever, trying to
Hold on.
hide from
And
me."
I tell this to the people here. Those that cannot follow direction need to leave because there is a certain part where we go through. If we tell you not to look up, do not look up.
They go, "Okay, boss man."
Okay.
They're all able to go down. Do you
And
go
hopefully
down?
I'm saying this loud enough so that everyone can hear. Not just,
If you say it too loudly, it would be suspicious.
Okay. Okay.
It's like one of those
No,
like
I mean not that loud.
it's
Hopefully
one of,
he can hear me.
it's one of those things that if you're going to try to speak loud enough for Dark to hear, you're kind of talking a wee bit too loud.
Okay, okay. No problem.
I thought I was the one that was following.
Uh, you said you followed the three. Well,
Following
not the three, but the
Cheryl.
two.
No, that
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, which was
And
him.
Cheryl was the 2.
Yes, I thought you were following the
Cheryl
two.
was the 2.
Uh,
Cheryl was the 2.
yeah,
The
you didn't hear that
other
you were
guy
following
was the
the
3. Yeah.
the Dark was following the three, and he successfully blended in. Shuro didn't give a crap that you were following him.
Okay.
Uh, and it's pretty obvious flying above buildings, use buildings as traction
Oh.
that it's like, hey, look, there's Dark. So you two see
Okay.
each other's. The random rogue guy hasn't noticed you yet or anything. And the question is, Shuro, do you let the your partner in crime go first, or do you go down first?
I let my partner in crime go first.
He goes down. Do you do anything special before you go down?
Um I'm gonna hang back a bit and pull out a piece of chalk.
And what are you
Piece
writing?
of what?
It says when you get to the
Catwalk?
the part where it opens the catwalk, do not look up. And I kind of leave a line as I to where I'm kind of going.
Okay.
And then you duck down to not be too suspicious.
Yeah.
And then we double check time. This is a good spot to call it because we've gone over the 2 hour mark.
Yep.
Okay.
And we can pick up next episode with you guys actually infiltrating the outpost.
Yeah, yeah.
Which does lead us to the major part of all those watching. Thank you for watching. Remember to join us next week for more Nightmares of Future Past. Remember to like and subscribe.